Hi, welcome to the Hollywood Movies. In this video going to countdown for best upcoming Hollywood movies releasing in 2022, so far in few months, and gave us some of the adventure, thriller and hi-fi films which you should watch now. Also watch full video to avoid missing movie from the list, and don't forget to comment down which upcoming Hollywood movie of 2022 you are most excited about. Now let's start the video. The DC Comics character Batman. Produced by DC Films, 6th and Idaho, and Dylan Clark Productions, and administered by Warner Brothers Pictures. It is a reboot of the Batman film franchise. The film was directed by Matt Reeves, who wrote the screenplay with Peter Craig. It stars Robert Pattinson as Batman, alongside Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Peter Sarsgaard, Andy Serkis, and Colin Farrell. The film notices Batman, who has been fighting crime in Gotham City for 2 years, exposes corruption while pursuing the Riddler, Dano, a serial killer, who targets Gotham's elite. On Halloween, Gotham City Mayor Don Mitchell Jr. is murdered by a man calling himself the Riddler. Reclusive billionaire Bruce Wayne as Batman, who has operated for 2 years as the Avenger Batman, investigates alongside the Gotham City Police Department, GCPD. At the crime scene, Lieutenant James Gordon discovers a message that the Riddler left for Batman. Soon after, the Riddler kills Commissioner Pete Savage and leaves another message for Batman. Batman and Gordon uncover that the Riddler left a thumb drive in Mitchell's car containing images of Mitchell with a woman, Annika Koslov, at the Iceberg Lounge, a nightclub operated by the Penguin, mobster Carmine Falcone's lieutenant. While the Penguin requests ignorance, Batman notices that Selina Kyle, Annika's roommate and close friend, works at the club as a waitress. Batman follows Selina home to question Annika, but Annika dissipates, so he sends Selina back to the Iceberg Lounge to search for answers. Through Selina, Batman discovers that Savage was on Falcone's payroll, as his district attorney, Gil Colson. Selina shuts off communication when Batman presses her about her relationship with Falcone. The Riddler abducts Colson, straps a timed collar bomb to his neck, and sends him to break on Mitchell's funeral. When Batman comes, the Riddler calls him via Colson's phone and threatens to detonate the bomb if Colson cannot answer 3 riddles. Batman helps Colson answer the first 2, but Colson refuses to answer the third, the name of the informant who gave the GCPD information. That led to a historic drug bust, ending mobster Salvatore Maroni's operation, and dies. Batman and Gordon reason that the informant may be the Penguin and track him to a drug deal. They discover that Maroni operation transferred to Falcone, with many GCPD officers involved. Selina inadvertently exposes them when she arrives to loot money. As the Penguin flees, Selina discovers Batman captures the Penguin but learns that he was not the betrayer. Development began after Ben Affleck was cast as Batman in the DC Extended Universe, DCEU, in 2013. Affleck signed on to direct, produce and star in The Batman, but had reluctance about the project and dropped out. Reeves took over and reworked the story, removing the Tsu connections. He sought to explore Batman's detective side more than previous films, drawing inspiration from the films of Alfred Hitchcock and the New Hollywood era, and comics such as Year One, 1987, The Long Halloween, 1996-97, and Ego, 2000. Pattinson was cast in May 2019, with further casting in late 2019. Principal photography took place in the UK and Chicago, between January 2020 and March 2021. The Batman opening night at Lincoln Center in New York on March 1, 2022, and was theatrically released worldwide on March 4. It was delayed twice from an initial June 2021 release date due to the worldwide pandemic. The film has grossed over $676 million against a $185 to $200 million budget, making it the highest-grossing film of 2022, and received praise for the performances, cinematography, Reeves' direction, action sequences, and story, though some criticized its runtime. It is intended to launch a Batman shared universe, with 2 sequels planned and 2 spin-off television series, in development for HBO Max. In August 2013, Ben Affleck was cast as Bruce Wayne, as Batman, for multiple films set in the DC Extended Universe, DCEU. He made his debut in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016. Before appearing in Suicide Squad, 2016, and Justice League, 2017. In October 2014, Warner Bros. Revealed plans for a standalone Batman film starring Affleck, and he was in negotiations to direct and co-write the screenplay with Geoff Johns by July 2015. Production was expected to begin after Affleck finished work on Live by Night, 2016. Dan Lemmon served as the visual effects supervisor, after previously collaborating with Reeves on the Planet of the Apes films. Visual effects vendors included Weta Digital, Industrial Light, and Magic ILM, and Scanline VFX.